From the lush green lands to the cascading waterfalls, wonders of the world, the oldest habitat of territories on earth, rich cultural heritage, a continent of 1.1 billion people, second largest and most populous, a continent pregnant with possibilities, home to 30% of Earth's mineral resources, 50% of its people under 25 years. Africa, the land of the great. Our spirit resilient. Our enterprise profitable. Our future inspiring. Africa is inspiring. Be inspired.
I'm passionate about entrepreneurship in Africa. I'm going to be sharing with you today on two concepts really that I find very interesting. Okay, I was going through the Webster English Dictionary this morning and I found out about their definition of an entrepreneur. It's very simple, straightforward definition. And the Webster English Dictionary defines an entrepreneur as that person that organizes, manages, and assumes the risk of a business or an enterprise. The phrase that caught me the most was the aspect of the assuming the risk, and that's why entrepreneurs are who they are. Now, African entrepreneurs can understand two concepts better than they currently do. I find a lot of CEOs of small businesses acting as COOs. What that means is the CEOs are so engrossed in the day-to-day operations that they forget that their actual role is to think about the vision, the strategy, to look at the operational goals, to look at the operational objectives and see how these things align. They get so caught up in things like ensuring that there's power supply, ensuring that suppliers bring products, ensuring that the auditors are working properly, ensuring that there's no theft, and they leave out the more important role of who's thinking strategy, who's aligning value with reality, who's checking the growth plan from time to time. Now, what that happens is that the CEOs get engrossed on the day-to-day operations of the job and leave out that all-important part. And that's why statistics tells us that most new businesses in Africa don't survive, most new small businesses, that is, don't survive beyond 2 years. The second concept I'd like to share is the difference between the consumer and the customer. Now, Africans need to understand who the consumer is. Now, once again, the definition, the English definition of the consumer is that simple: someone that consumes. And who's the customer? Someone that purchases. So in the short run, it is easy for us to get carried away and start to focus on the customer because, of course, we need the exchange of currency for our products. However, in the long run, the people we need to focus on are the consumers because they are the ones that generate the demand for our products and services. I'll give you an example. For school owners, for instance, your consumer is the student that is attending that particular school. However, your customer, as it were, is the parent paying for that particular service. Now, it's easy for us to focus on the parent alone in the short term. However, in the long run, the right thing to do is to focus on the consumer, who is the student, such that they generate the demand needed for the parents to take the decisions. Now, we find out in Africa that the rate of change of things going on is moving at a rapid pace, much rapid than probably several other places around the world. And that's why I felt it necessary to share with you, friends, these two ideas that I have that I think would help African entrepreneurs.